to my channel. Of course, if this is your first time here, welcome. And so two things that you guys will notice right off the bat. Number one, fresh haircut. That's because it's starting to get kind of warm out here in Virginia. So that means it's bike season. It's time to get out there on the road. So even though, COVID thing is still a thing right now, we still gonna be out here on the bike very soon. So I had to go ahead and cut the hair down a little bit. And the other thing is, as you guys can see, we're in the paint room again, and that's because I'm bringing you guys another paint video. You guys asked for a lot of paint videos last year, so I'm trying to bring some of that in this year's set of videos. So we're gonna do another paint video today. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about primer. This is a topic that may be a little confusing for new artists out there. Now, some of you guys that have been in the game for a little while, this is gonna be nothing new for you all. So definitely leave some comments down below to help out the new brothers and sisters that are coming into this thing. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about primer and the differences in primer, particularly the color. We're gonna talk about the different types of primers that there are and the different colors. Now, in another video later on, I will do a different video on primer grits specifically. So in this video, we're not gonna talk about the grits. We're just gonna talk about the different colors and when and why you might use a particular color. Also, one other note for this video, surfacer and primer, those two words are gonna be pretty much synonymous in this video. So you may hear me switch back and forth between the two, but they're pretty much the same thing. So let's jump right into it. We're talking about primer colors. And we'll start off with the first one, which is gonna be the gray primer. This is the primer that is just kind of most known. You're gonna see this from all manufacturers, damn near, and everybody kind of knows the gray colored primer. Now, you may have noticed that there are companies out there that make other colored primer, and they come in lots of different colors. So now you're probably wondering, what are these different colors for? Why do you even need different colored primer? Well, the very short version of this is that different colored primer is going to affect the outcome of the paint that you put on top of it. For example, white paint on top of gray primer is going to give the white a very neutral color. On the flip side, white paint on top of pink primer is probably going to give you more of the reddish hue to your white. Not saying that I've ever seen anybody do that, not that it'd be the wrong thing to do, but it's not something that's very commonly done, white on top of pink primer. But I'm gonna get into some examples and show you guys exactly what I mean. So let's jump into the paint booth right here, and we'll throw down some primer and some paint. So now the three colored primers that I have that I frequently use in my paint setup is, of course, the very first one would have to be Mr. Hobby's gray, just normal primer. Number two would be Gaia Notes Black Surfacer. And number three would be some type of pink primer. I actually have two different pink primers that I have on hand right now, one from Splash Paints and one from Gaia Notes. But for all intents and purposes, these are pretty much the same. So to get started showing you guys some of these examples, I'm gonna start off grabbing some of these spoons and laying down some primer on all of them. One of my favorite colors to test with when I'm trying to kind of see how a color is going to be affected is red. Red has a very wide shift in it. It's one of those colors that can really move a lot to the left or the right, depending on what you do to prep the surface ahead of time, whether it's, different color primer or pre-shading or whatever. Red is one of those colors that can really shift back and forth. that I really like for testing is yellow. So we're gonna go ahead and pull out a yellow as well. And last but not least, of course, we'll go ahead and throw a white in there. White is just easy to see, you know, different changes in the background. So we'll go ahead and throw a white in here as well. Guys, hopefully this video was helpful for you. Hopefully it was informative, and now you know, or at least you have an idea of what the different colored primers are going to do to your, you know, your final product, your final output on your paint job. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I know for me, when I first started painting, this was one of the questions that I had. It was like, what are all these different colors for, and when do I use one versus the other? So hopefully this helped out. And if it did, guys, and you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button down below. And I will see you guys on the next video. Be sure to look out for another video soon where we'll go and check out the differences between the primer grits. And yeah, maybe that'll be soon here. So, but anyways, guys, thanks for checking out the video. Love you guys. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.